Yes, Solomon Angel. Isn't it? According to Andy Burnham from last December, the Oldham and London question time. I just want to bring up that, like, I mean, obviously I've been shouting at him for ages, but I'll do a video. But a friend of mine was involved in a disaster where her house sunk in a sunkhole and was destroyed. And through the weeks after, she's trying to get in contact with someone at the council, coming into dead ends, weren't listening to her. So I've been to the Oldham and London question time. I told her, I said, look, the next question time's at Trafford, let's go. And then we'll get our question in and pull the mayor about it. So I met Bernie in Manchester. We set off for Trafford, got there, got in, and then I managed to get a question in, talked to Andy Burnham. Then from then on, Bernie had contact with Andy Burnham. We've had 2 Zoom meetings with him about distress caused to everyone, the sinkhole in the Abbey area of Manchester. I've got a just pulling together a little bit of a video, and I'll get it out. Oh, it's a story of that, and you know, I want to help people, and she wasn't getting help. She was coming to a dead end. So when the mayor's question time came, I thought, well, we can go and get the question in, pull the mayor about the Abbey. Bernie's continued to have contact with PTSD. She don't like going out. We ended up going Trafford, got in contact with the mayor without happening because we got contact with him. And I'm not saying it was all me, it was my idea because we can pull the mayor in person about questions. And I did. I pulled him about the Abbey area. So we had a sinkhole in the Abbey area. What are you going to do about it? It's renowned, that area, for having sinkholes. And then Bernie got in, managed to get in contact with him. We had a word with him at the end, and then he said he'd do a Zoom, get in contact with us. We'll do a Zoom meeting. We've done 2 Zoom meetings with him now. So, you know, we're not talking to the monkey wrench. We're not talking to the oil. We're talking to the oil can. You know what I mean? We're going further up. These are the kind of things you might have to do. So it's good experience for me, obviously, because if I get into the political world, I'll have to be talking to people and discussing things. So, that's what I've done this year before I run for election. I'm trying to help a good friend of mine. Bernie's loyal. She's a good supporter of mine. Always, and she wasn't getting anywhere. So it was up to me to try and get another way in, and we did. We ended up going to the mayor's question time in Trafford, got my hand up, asked a question. Bernie asked hers, and then we got contact with the mayor. So that's just one thing I've done. Just one thing I've done. I'm already contacting council in Oldham about social behaviour. Maybe they can do stuff in areas and stuff like that. I've got to get right into it. These are the kind of things I'm going to have to get used to doing. Emailing officials, housing associations, council, other councillors and things like that. So it's just a learning experience, and I will make mistakes. There's no doubt about that. You know, I will make mistakes. We all do, but make a mistake doesn't mean that it's a waste of time or you haven't learned anything. And I learn off mistakes. Normally, I will never make the same mistake twice. It's just fact. So yeah, the lefties are protesting tonight. I don't know in house, which is one of the halls, one of the pits where they hang around with and have meetings. But it's supposed to be from 6. The library doors are closed, so I'm guessing they're gonna let people in round the back. And I mean, round the back there's about 3 vans, 4 cars, or something like that. Police. St. Peter's Square. So here on these steps, 2017 at the top, or second to the top, I bought my megaphone, and it was a Conservative conference, September 2017. I remember it well. Obviously, the Manchester Arena had been before. Yes, Sally, the Manchester Arena. Explosion had happened that year, and I stood here. I blame the Conservative their fault for letting these people in. Then I started going on about political correctness. Two Conservatives were walking across the scowling at, I didn't kill that family. They come here and you let them in, and 2 people died on them. And then I had about 400 lefties. A bump out of a girl who got killed in Birmingham on honour violence. And I read out about that case. I read that the piece of paper I had said involved in murder, even though no fans of a family. And I said, all that here, filming anything, taking pictures and all that, but nobody. Never seen none of this footage ever came out, anything. They recorded my speeches, nothing ever came out of my speeches because so that was 2017. And from then it was a start of over 250 demonstrations as a local councillor last year, and then I'm running again this year. So I'm outside Manchester Central Library. 7 p.m. is the hustings with Rishi and Liz Truss. And what my personal views are, I think that the Prime Minister of the UK should. So Ricky, you know, I like him bad enough, she wouldn't have passed the test. That's what I think. That's my personal view, which will be going into our policies on our party. Because, you know, they're never going to accept a half white, half black. Oh, you're right, you're right. I don't know, yeah, no, I'm running this. I'm just, I can't pause that. I seen your video getting with a trans lot. That were awful, that, honestly, the way they treated you. I was screaming, telling me, why are you doing that to him, boy? Nothing, you know, oh, I just couldn't say enough, you know. But this kind of thing that we see all the time, I think you really, you're not biased or anything. You know, all the stuff you do, you've done loads of stuff and all that lot, and you don't pick anyone's side. That's really obvious. It's just, just wind me up, wind me up.
It all started because I do like Josh Hubbard. He was a little shitster, or they, them, whatever it was.
So are you here because we've got the Conservative?
Yeah, there's a protest on the other side that I'm going to be covering.
Oh, is that where they're on the other side? Right. Put the picture up a century.
Like, you know, like, he's talking about it, and he was telling me it's at the event centre.
It might be. It might be. TK Media there, really good lad. He's not biased, don't pick anyone's sides on his videos. You can clearly see that. And last video, it was a trans demonstration filming it. You know, look, shit, and he got attacked and all that lot. And you know, when you know somebody and you know that this person is righteous, he's not he's not biased. Never seen him swear or get angry or threaten anyone. Do anything like that, then he gets treated like he's them trans activists. It's just unbelievable. It's where the lefties are all going to demo. So I'll walk down there in a minute. I'm not sure if I'm going to get my signal though. If the signal's going to but I will where around there in a minute. Protest on my own. 22 people have been blown up just in May that year, and it was the Conservatives' fault. They've had still claiming Ben's got loans and all that. Police had already been warned off his own community. People had already said to the authorities and to the people in that community that he was very extreme and shit. Probably going to have to hang up. I'll go round to the convention centre, see if I can get a signal there. If not, I'll be recording. But I'm in St Peter's Square. The conference now, the hustings, is in Central Manchester Complex, which is behind the Midland Hotel there. So I'm going to go round now, probably record stuff if I can't get a live round corner, or I'll come on another live. But yeah, Manchester, St Peter's Square. This was the birth of my activism since 2017. Um, early 2017, I'd already been to the northeast, just for Chelsea. Earlier in that year, and then we had UK against here, Central Manchester. The FLA did a demo as well around about the time September-ish that we're on the Conservative conference, but I didn't go to the first FLA demo. I went to the second FLA demo, and then the FLA demos and stuff like that. But yeah, 2017 was a really opening year for me, a really opening year where I realised that I'd just been screwed over, absolutely screwed over. 15 minutes, check the other demo, get some recording done. I might do another live, 7 anyway, my tram. Finger in the library, but yeah, that's it. I was doing support Ben. I might make it round here actually. I'll just have a fact before I go round. We've been here a few times. The MEN, the MEP count and tour campaign, and then we came here for the count. We had some friends actually. I think Rita Ricketts was one of the counters or a count watcher at the time, if I remember correctly. I'm sure she was actually. So, I mean, the Tory hustings in the heart of Manchester, of all places, in the heart of Manchester, the Tory hustings, Labour, Manchester. So obviously they're going to protest stuff like that. It's what they do. It's what they do best. We smoke away.
Okay, let me just tell you what the job is.
So, Mr. TK is here. TK Media somewhere. Convention centre. So when the conference is on, all this is blocked off. They're down there protesting. Must be the entrance in. I'll have a look down in a bit. But we're here. We're at convention centre. So yeah, when the Conservatives have the conference, it's normally here. So all the streets are blocked off. You can't get round there. There's all barriers up. That street's blocked off as well. Access only by police, and down there's blocked off. Let's go and see. Yeah, we're seeing Matthew Collins here, and turned round to me and said, when are you going to get your next lot of smack, John? You know what I mean? So, no, I'm not a smackhead. But like, that's the kind of thing they use against you. I'm doing a video on Thursday. I'm going to be talking about some of these things that he said, which are really atrocious things. Never put any evidence up or anything like that. That's how they treat you. And it's wrong. No one should be treated like that. And what they do as well, they look at you, then decide what you are. They don't need any evidence. Just the look of what you are and how you are is Tories out, refugees in. I don't know who that is. Thing is, I don't know why they're shouting at the Tories, because Tories are letting everyone in. So they're not, it's not like they're barring people. No one's got Rwanda. They haven't got anything better to do. They're protesting the Conservative conference, and they're saying Tories out, refugees in, but all the refugees are coming in. They're not kicking anyone out, the Tories, so that really they're not saying the right thing.
No, and there's more to be fighting about than this. There's definitely decent stuff going on.
The thing is with me, that I don't like about it, they never come to some agreement to sort things out. They fight each other. You know what I mean? That winds me up. No worries, no worries.
Shooting for a talent show.
Oh.
I know. We can't find it. We need the Edwardian Hotel.
Yeah, I don't think it's right. No worries, girl. Good luck, good luck. Oh, I wish there was a few more women today. Liz for leader. In Liz we trust. Evening, DJ. Yes, Tommy. We're outside Manchester Central Convention Centre. Tories are on the leadership hustings, and the Labour lot are protesting outside as normal. So they're saying that while everyone's walking past. Honestly, you know, like there was little kids then. Is that really what you want to hear little kids saying? I don't say Labour scum to any of my kids or anything. Just say I don't like the Labour Party. That's what I say. I agree with some of banners. Serve the 99, not the 1%. I don't want the Tories in, but I don't want Labour in either. They're making a mess of our immigration system. They promise that they're sending people to Rwanda, and they don't. Not sending anyone anywhere. And all the while we've got thousands coming in each month. Hotel bills are more than 5 million a day, more than that. And that's just the hotel bills. What about everything else? And the unfortunate fact is they will get houses before whoever's in Britain. You might be Pakistani, you might have lived here all your life. You're not going to get an house first before these people. That's what's happening. You might be West Indian. You're not going to get an house first before the people coming in now, all the refugees, Ukrainians. You could be Chinese. You're not going to get an house because they're going to go to other people first. We're in a housing crisis as well. In the United Kingdom, there isn't houses to house everyone. And Kimi Badenoch was right in saying immigration will sort out housing. Well, our party is an end to permanent settlement immigration anyway, and exit the 1951 Refugee Convention. If you agree with them two, then you should be joining our party and running in local elections. This is Big John here, NHPUK TV live, Manchester Central Convention Centre for the Tory leadership hustings. All the usual Labour, Unite the Union flag, stand up to racism, they're all here. Trans rights. Now, I don't know why they're saying anything to Conservative, because Conservatives aren't doing anything wrong. Oh, if we had a few more people on that, if we had our exit the 1951 Refugee Convention ban, it'd be perfect, though. Perfect along that wall there. all queuing up to go in. Starts at 7. I'm not hanging around till 7 though. I'll be going before that. Going to get home to Mammy Pat. So TK Media then, really nice lad. I like him a lot, mate. He's covered a lot of different things, all different kinds of demonstrations, left, right, everything. And when we have our first party meeting in Manchester, I'm going to ask him to come and film it for us. But yeah, I like him, mate. Like him, really good lad. If you watch his videos, he doesn't pick a side. Doesn't pick sides. It's and you know, the other week, the other month, he was at a trans thing filming it. No, he weren't saying anything. He weren't saying negative things towards these people are out like that, and he got attacked and everything. It was just unfair. He shouldn't have been attacked. We haven't even started it. Stop Rwanda now. We haven't started it. No one's gone. So what are they going on about? I had to come. Obviously, if I was a member of the Conservative Party, I'd have been in there, but I'm not. I've got my own party, NHPUK TV. But we won't be doing stuff like that, shouting scum or anything like that. We don't do stuff like that. We're non-violent. We don't believe in attacking people with our fists or anything. We don't do anything like that. And another thing about us is we're open. We don't hide our faces. So if you're not willing to show you, there won't be many people in our party who will hide behind a thing. We want people to show their faces and be honest. I haven't said anything that I could be convicted for or get in trouble for. So you know, and anything I say online or in private to anyone is what I would have said online. I don't talk differently privately than I do online. I said the same things. Actually, a bit more with more zest when I'm online than I am in real life. So Manchester Central Convention Centre, normally where they have the Tory Tory conferences. Not welcome in Manchester. Well, you know, like you're not welcome somewhere else. I can't see any of the usual faces. I'll do a walk past them all in a bit, and then probably get spotted, and they'll start shouting political correct names at me, and they'll be saying things like you Tory scum. I'm not a Tory. If I could get them out, the Tories, I would do. So the trans rights banners up. United Union, red flag, stand up to racism, socialist worker. Actually, I haven't seen a stand up to racism one yet, but I'm sure there'll be one there. Yes, Peter. Pauline. Good evening, everyone. Big Johnny here, NHPUK TV live, Manchester Central Convention Complex. For the GB News hosted Tory leadership hustings right in the heart of Labour Manchester, they are. And you can hear them, get them out, you're not welcome in Manchester, blah, blah, and all the stuff they say. But I never supported Boris. I didn't want Boris to be Prime Minister. I was absolutely adamant of that from the beginning. I never clapped my hands for him. I've never cheered him for anything. Everything he's done, he's screwed us over. Even Rwanda is screwing everyone over. And I've heard of the little dicky bird that there may be something in Rwanda that we want, like oil or coal or something mad like that, honestly. And I won't surprise them if they did that. I won't be surprised if they did something like that. So, you know, so racists come off our streets. So if I said to a trans person, I said paedophile off our streets, then I'd get a charge. So I'd come here in a charge for the R word, the politically correct word, should be said. Politically correct word. EDL scum. Leader of my own national party, mate, if that's what you're saying of me. Honestly, pricks here, all of them. They won't last 2 minutes in a debate or anything. Well, they wouldn't debate because they won't say certain things. They don't like the narrative and they'll just accuse you and shout profanities. That's all they do. So, and I've never had a rational debate with any of them on the street. Really, I haven't. All they do is like to just get in your face and shout politically correct names at you. Now, if that's as much as they can do, then they've lost, haven't they? They've lost, maybe. I know the big guy there with the what is one of James's enemies. I'll show you that. No, it's not going to show him. Yeah, it's there with big guy, pink t-shirt on. One of James's enemies and nemesises. But I mean, I've talked to him a few times since I first met him. He's a Jeremy Corbyn supporter. He wants him to be leader of the Labour Party and Prime Minister. You know, and when we talk to him, I don't want him to be any of that, I said. Because he's not solving issues. What I said to the guy is that Labour never deal with the issues, and you can see that in Oldham. What do you mean? He said, well, we had the riots, and we still haven't dealt with it. Still racial tensions and all that. And, you know, he sort of like agreed with me. This is an enemy. This is a nemesis. This is a nemesis. We've been head to head screaming at each other. Nemesis. But talking to him off demo and can have a decent talk to him. I never swore at him or anything. Never raised my voice at him. We just had a chat. And he supports Jeremy Corbyn, but you know, I said I can't support him because he won't sort out the Labour Party. He won't deal with the issues that come up. And I talked about the Oldham riots with this bloke and something else. Oldham riots and the integration and that in Oldham. The things I've been saying about the Richer report, it's what I talked to him about. Practically agreed with me. Practically, but you know, the big timers, the top politicians, they won't deal with these issues when they come. It's a thing that's been going on. It's well documented, and they will not deal with the issues that come through political correctness or whatever. And I think if we went back in Labour Party, we'd soon be back in the EU. You've got EU flags running there. I will do. It'll be World War III if I went in there now. I'm enemy number one. But I'll be walking past in a minute. I've seen a couple of people I know actually on the lefties who I've talked to before, and I know that they won't be violent or nasty with me. They'll probably talk. So we'll go down in a minute if my signal holds. I'm amazed it's still on actually. But they're interviewing people behind me, so I wouldn't mind. See if I can get in for an interview. I've got my suit on. I'm a prime person for them to interview, and looking good and all that for the cameras, so I might try and get on. So we're outside Manchester Central Convention Complex, where they're holding the GB hosted leadership hustings between Liz Truss and Richie. I've said my piece. I think that the Prime Minister should be 50% ethnically English at least. That's what he should be. I'm going to be Prime Minister. I'm 50%. So that's how I based it on. And that would be a policy of ours. And, you know, I would trust a leader, Prime Minister, if they got rid of all the passports and just had a British passport. I'd give respect to them because that would show loyalty. That would show loyalty to the United Kingdom. Rich Sunak's got a green card. He's trying to get into America. So what? He's got loyalty to the UK? No. His money tells me he hasn't got loyalty to the UK either. So they're all also shouting, stop Rwanda, but like we haven't started anything. Nobody's gone after it. So what do they want to stop? I don't know if people know, but with the Rwanda policy, for every person we send to Rwanda, we get somebody back who's vulnerable, needs medical attention, who's poorly and stuff like that. So we send 200 Afghans and we get 200. We get 200 back who need help. Mental health issues, things to do with hospital and stuff like that, ill people. That's what the thing says about it. And I mentioned this. I did a video about this. But nobody's going. We're still paying $5+ million a day for hotel bills. We're still we're still no housing, and we need to sort our housing out. You know, and there's no housing, so how can we have anyone in if there's no housing? Honestly, and you know, everyone's mad over this. Everybody is mad over this. Even people who I wouldn't have thought would be mad are mad over this because it's just a travesty. All that money we're sending. I put on my leaflet that there's 1.3 billion. It's over 3 billion we're sending in war. We're sending to fund a war, and yet we're going to have a fuel and crisis here. No, shouldn't we be like putting UK first, which is one of our descriptions for our party? Putting UK first. National Housing Party, putting UK first. That's one of our descriptions for the party. And I'll be going on my leaflet next year. I think Brian likes that as well in Blackpool. Putting UK first, so we should do. You know what I mean? So remember, all these people need housing. So if you're Pakistani in Oldham, you have to forfeit your house for someone else. That's what you have to do because we haven't got any houses built for you. So you're West Indian, then your grandkids aren't going to get an house, not before someone else gets it. If you're white English, your kids aren't going to get an house. Someone else is going to get it before you, if there is an house available. It's just ridiculous. But like, we kept divided, so all the different sections of the community are always divided, which is basic nonsense to come out with. So we can never come together to sort country out. Now, if Oldham was a more come together town, I'll tell you what, things would be a lot different. Things would be a lot different. Schools would be better. People would be learning respect, because they're not learning respect. The Labour Party don't pull them when they're not integrating. The Labour Party leave it so that kids are leaving school not being able to speak English in England. You just couldn't make it up. And that's just Oldham. There'll be hundreds of towns and across the country that'll be exactly the same. So if you don't learn English properly, how are you going to fill forms in? How are you going to get a job? How are you going to, like, communicate socially with people? You're not. You're not going to. Then you're going to end up going down the antisocial behaviour, crime route and stuff like that, and just turn into a drug dealer or something. And no one says anything, though. Nobody says anything. The Conservatives don't say anything. The Labour Party don't say anything. The Liberal Democrats don't say anything. Greens won't say anything. None of them. None of the independents in Oldham have said anything. They won't say anything that I've said because they're too politically correct. And that's got to be thrown right out the window, that political correctness. Otherwise, we're never going to go anywhere with that stuck in our side of us, dividing us all the time. And I mean, those who listen to me regular, you'll have heard me say these things before. You'll have heard me show you the evidence. You've heard all this plenty of times. And no one does nothing, though. Absolutely, nobody does nothing. Except for the lefties are outside shouting scum, racist, and all these just divisive, politically correct words. That's all they can do. You know, I'd like it if they come together to try and sort something out, but it's never going to be like that. We're so divided. It does me head in. Absolutely wrecks me head. It does. Absolutely does me head in. Yes, Andy. I know, I'm sorry, Andy, but but nobody will talk about Andy. Nobody will say nothing. There's hardly any mention of exit the 1951 Refugee Convention, and the people only started saying it after 2 years of people protesting with that banner. Then they mentioned it, but we need to come out of that to stop all. If we came out of that, then criminal gangs who were getting everyone over, they'd have to stop, and then no one will die. You can stay over there. You don't need to come here. Honestly, you just couldn't make it up, but nobody listens. The Conservatives don't listen. Labour Party don't. Nobody listens. Absolutely nobody listens. And the working class wield the power in the UK. Not these people in government. They don't hold no power. It's our power. So we should come together a bit more, I think. So NHPUK TV live, Manchester Central Convention Complex. It's hosted the Tory conference several times. I've known it since 2017. And tonight is leadership hustings, Liz and Rishi. Are the only two left, and it's looking like that Liz Truss is going to get in herself, but dire for everyone, dire for everyone. She won't stick to anything. They won't sort out anything to do with the boats. They won't sort anything out there. They just won't do it. Just won't do it. And they're probably too scared of getting labelled with politically correct words. That's what they're too scared of. But, you know, I'm not scared. You can label me with whatever, but I'll still say my piece and my opinion. Anyway, I'm going soon, guys. I'm getting home to my mammy Pat. I'm going to go home and see they'll question me. Right, I'm going, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Thank you. And I'll catch up with you all on Sunday. And then next week, we're doing the media next week, the lies that the media tell you and the way they portray you. And I've had first-hand experience of that, so we'll sort that out for next week. But thank you very much for tuning in. I'm in Manchester outside Central Convention Complex. It's the Tory hustings. The lefties are there with all the banners and all that. But thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And I'll catch you all up soon.